Selamat datang di channel Jabar Express ID. Kali ini kita kedatangan tamu penyanyi internasional blasteran Malaysia Australia. Kali ini dia sedang mempromosikan album barunya yang judulnya Tired. Dia adalah Yeo. Langsung aja yuk kita ngobrol. For the first time, I can say welcome to Jabar Express. We are the biggest media in West Java, and also we can talk about before we can talk about your album. Thank you for making time for us. And there are several questions for you, especially your newest album. Before we talk that, I want to ask you about why did you put and became a musician?
Um, I became a musician not really by choice. I just started as a child playing piano because it was fun.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I became a musician because I didn't really choose it. I think I got to high school after playing piano for a few years as a child. I got to high school and then I realized that I wasn't really good at anything else. So this is why I just kept doing that. And then I went to university and I studied music recording and music production. And after that, I started making my own music and people seemed to be interested. And yeah, now I'm here 14, 15 years later.
Okay. The question is about how did you choose music in general? Because as we know, people in this era globalization, a lot of people listen R&B music, and that is very very good music, I think. And of course, why did you why did you choose music R&B for your instrumental music?
I think it's interesting because when I first started making music, I didn't choose R&B back then, or if I did, I didn't really do it on purpose. But it all makes sense now when I look back. Growing up, I listened to a lot of R&B.
Okay.
When I was a child in Australia, all the media here didn't really show any music other than R&B and also like a lot of like white rock music or white Australian music or US pop music that's very white. And I think because a lot of the music, the people, they didn't look like me, like an Asian person. So
Okay.
the next best thing was for me to listen to a lot of black music, which is a lot of R&B.
Yes. Okay.
And then so I that's what I soaked in as a kid. And then yeah, now listening to music, it's and making music, it's like all those influences are coming through now very strongly in what I make.
Okay. So music is really make you happy, right?
Yes.
Okay. The next question is about could you provide we talk about your newest album, and could you provide some insight about your current album? Maybe why you
Sure.
yes, why?
Why I made the album.
Yes,
Uh,
why you made this
I
album?
I think I was working on a lot of music for other people, and then I was trying to. I was working a little bit at a time on different songs. In starting around like 2019, 2020. And I was only doing like one song at a time, one song at a time. And then eventually I had a lot of songs and I thought, well, they actually fit together on an album. Um, I looked back and I was like, oh, well, I wasn't really trying to write an album, but I guess that it all makes sense if all these songs are put together in my head anyway. I know there's some that sound very different and we can talk about that later, but
Okay.
yeah, I feel like it kind of just came together, and I realized that it all the songs had a very similar message, or they all kind of documented a
Mm.
certain feeling or a time in my life during those last few years, I guess. Yeah, since
Oh,
2019.
okay, since 29, okay. And you make a new album called the title is Tired. And
Mm.
what motivated you to create this album?
I think it was because I've been doing it for a long time now. Um, the music industry has changed a lot, and I have also less energy than I did when I started a long time
Okay,
ago. So, in that sense, I guess I am like a little bit tired, and I feel like as an older person in the music industry, um, it's hard sometimes to keep up with how quickly it all
okay,
changes.
I
Um,
feel that.
it, even if you're not in music, as you get older, it's just easier to get tired, right? So,
Okay.
I hope all that makes sense.
Okay. So this is album is related to your life.
Yeah, and
I mean,
it's life in music as well as outside of music.
okay. Uh, the next question is about does this album have a special message for your fans or for your listeners?
If there was a special message, it would be if there was a special message, it would be to keep going, to keep working hard, and to always try and remember what it is that you love about life and what you do. I think that's
Okay.
the message.
Oh, so this really deep message, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's kind of the opposite of what what you might think the album is about, since it's called Tired. But I I try to, even though I express a lot of negative emotion, the message still I think is positive. I think it's to let people know that it's okay to feel these feelings, as long as you
Okay.
process them and then you keep working and keep trying, and yeah, believing that you can get through it.
Yes, of course. And I believe in when you tired of something, when you give up, but it's not choose the way we are, but we can give up and we can show to the world that we can do it, right? Okay. the next
Yes.
oh yeah, the next question is about I'm interested about your album, especially you put a cake in front of your album, and what does it mean? I'm just interested and I'm
So
just
the
curious.
cake, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
The cake is um made by a local cake maker in my neighborhood around here.
yeah.
And I just like how they are really beautiful looking things, cakes. Like there's just so much intricacy and arrangement in with this cake, it's the fruit, and then also the person who made it, his name is Ming. He
Oh,
is really good with the writing,
okay.
and the writing is special too, because it's Chinese. It's this language called Hokkien, and that character is a translation of the word tired.
Oh, okay. I see that. And do you like a cake?
That yeah, I love I,
What
I
kind of
love
cake?
cake.
What kind of cake do you like?
I really like cheesecake.
Cheesecake? Okay, I like it too.
Yeah,
Cheesecake.
but I also like in uh in Malaysia. I don't know if they have this in Indonesia, but we have kueh. You know kueh.
Yes, I know. Kue, I know.
It's like yeah, that's all the different like serimuka and like um different types of like pandan
Ah,
and sago, like all
okay,
these
okay.
different flavors. Like that's I love those cake as well. Those cakes as well.
Yeah, sweet but it's okay, right? Right.
Mm.
And the next question is about, we know and experiment something common for musicians. Let's say a lot of musician has been influenced by someone who give him like instrumental music, and especially for me, for I like British music and I like
Mm.
R&B music. And what has been influenced you to your music, and who's your idol?
Oh, that's really hard. That's a really hard question to answer. Um, I think I listen to obviously I listen to a lot of R&B. Um,
Mhm.
and so like a lot of my production is influenced by some of the older R&B producers like Timberland and
Justin Timberland.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like I listened to Justin Timberlake growing up, but like Timberland and Magoo and like Pharrell, those older kind of producers. But then there's these newer producers like Metro Boomin, and then like this duo called Majid Jordan. I really
Okay.
um the production on like Joji's latest records. I think is
Mm,
really cool.
yeah.
Um, and and then I also yeah I listen to a lot of like modern R&B as well. So like Money Long and Summer Walker and I could go on forever.
Okay.
Um, in terms of idols, I mean, you know, I I was obsessed with Rihanna when I was a child. Like I was obsessed with Mariah Carey when I was a child. Um, I really loved like Whitney Houston growing up as well, and Stevie Wonder, and
I
like a
wonder.
lot
Yeah.
because I listened to a lot of black music. You know, like that's I have to pay my respects there for sure. Um, but yeah, I think about like now idols. Hmm, I'm not really sure in the modern day. I feel um like Teddy Park, who's like this killer uh K-pop producer. I listen
K-pop.
to a lot of that stuff. Oh well, I mean, you know, it's like a modern day idol. There's this Korean R&B artist called Crush who I absolutely adore, and and
Okay.
also another guy called Dean. I listen to them a lot, and I really admire what they do in R&B.
Okay. 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 So do you what you tell me about your music is really really good, and I appreciate your music because I have actually I listen your music and on YouTube there is very good music and I very very like it, and also
Thank
that
you.
give me make me more happier to listen your music, honestly. And the last question is about where can we listen your music, or you maybe you can say about YouTube or Spotify so the fans in Indonesia can hear your music. So where can we listen to your music?
Okay, so you can listen to my music online. It's definitely on YouTube. But the best place is probably Spotify. And if
Okay,
you look
Spotify.
up Yo YEO or Snacks with Yo is my tagline, and you can find me on social media as well using Snacks with Yo.
Okay. Uh, I think it's enough. Thank you for joining with us, and I hope your good luck in everything, good luck in your career, good luck in your music, and I hope good things will come for you. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Yo. I hope we can meet each other again. Maybe someday, maybe you can come to Bandung. Then I will show you about seblak pindad. That is really really good food. If you like culinary in Bandung, okay. And thank you so much. And I hope you good in everything. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Ya,
Thank you.
sama-sama. Bye bye.
Bye.